Captain Lucas Ramirez stood on the bridge of the Odyssey, Earth's most advanced exploration vessel, as it approached the coordinates of an alien signal detected on the far edge of the Andromeda Galaxy. For decades, humanity had reached out into the cosmos, searching for signs of life beyond Earth. Now, finally, they had made contact. The crew was filled with a mixture of excitement and anxiety. This was humanity's first step into the greater galactic community. "Captain, we're approaching the rendezvous point," reported Lieutenant Maya Singh, her fingers flying over the holographic controls. "Prepare for visual contact," Captain Ramirez ordered, his eyes fixed on the vast emptiness of space displayed on the screen before him. Suddenly, a colossal ship materialized out of the void, its shimmering, crystalline structure far larger than anything humanity had ever constructed. It glowed with an ethereal light, casting a surreal glow over the Odyssey. The alien vessel was awe-inspiring, yet intimidating, dwarfing the human ship like a mere toy. "Captain, we're being hailed," said Communications Officer Ethan Park, his voice tinged with both awe and trepidation. On screen, Ramirez commanded, the bridge filled with the melodic yet condescending voice of the alien speaker. "Greetings, humans of Earth. We are the Zorath Collective. Welcome to the galactic fold." Captain Ramirez stepped forward, maintaining his composure. "I am Captain Lucas Ramirez of the Earth ship Odyssey. We come in peace and seek friendship and knowledge." A mocking laugh echoed through the speakers, a sound that sent a chill through the crew. "Peace and friendship. How quaint. Tell us, Captain Ramirez, how long did it take your species to achieve faster-than-light travel?" Caught off guard, Ramirez hesitated before responding. "We achieved FTL capabilities 7 years ago." The alien's laughter grew louder, joined by other voices in the background. 7 years, how delightful. We mastered such technologies eons ago. Your advancements must seem extraordinary to you, but to us, they are nothing more than the fumblings of infants. Ramirez clenched his fists, feeling the sting of their scorn, but he kept his voice steady. "We may be new to interstellar travel, but we are eager to learn and contribute to the galactic community." Contribute. The alien voice was dripping with disdain. "Perhaps you can serve as a cautionary tale of overambition. Or pets, maybe. That might be your highest purpose." The crew exchanged looks of anger and humiliation. Lieutenant Singh leaned closer to Ramirez. "Sir, they're mocking us. They're not taking us seriously at all." "Hold steady," Ramirez whispered. "We'll show them." As the Zorath continued to ridicule Earth's achievements, Chief Engineer Dr. Elena Foster was secretly analyzing the alien ship's emissions, scanning for any technological insights they could glean. Her console beeped softly, alerting her to a pattern in the alien communication frequencies that hinted at technologies far beyond anything Earth had conceived. Dr. Foster discreetly signaled to Ramirez, "Captain, I've found something. They're using dimensional manipulation, far beyond anything we've theorized. This could be groundbreaking." "Good work, Doctor," Ramirez said under his breath, his eyes never leaving the screen. "Keep it quiet for now. We'll need every advantage we can get." As the Zorath vessel vanished in a flash of light, the crew of the Odyssey was left in a stunned silence. They had been laughed at, dismissed, and belittled. But as the Odyssey turned back towards Earth, a determined fire burned in Captain Ramirez's eyes. They had learned something invaluable from this encounter, something that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. "Set a course for Earth," Ramirez ordered, "and keep this between us. The world doesn't need to know how they laughed at us. They need to know that we're on the brink of something great." Back on Earth, in a hidden facility deep beneath the Nevada desert, a secret project was underway, one that would soon prove the Zorath's condescension to be a grave mistake. Dr. Hiroshi Nakamura, a leading scientist in theoretical physics, stood before a glowing portal shimmering with energies that defied known science. He smiled at the sight, knowing that humanity's leap into seventh-dimensional travel was not just a theory, it was a reality. Soon, He whispered to himself, very, very soon. In a fortified underground base beneath the Nevada desert, Project Genesis was humanity's most ambitious endeavor, a secret program aimed at unlocking the mysteries of the seventh dimension. Dr. Hiroshi Nakamura, the project's lead scientist, was a man driven by a vision. For years, he had worked in the shadows, pushing the boundaries of physics to create something the world had never seen, a vessel capable of navigating through dimensions beyond our own. The portal in front of him crackled with unstable energy, shimmering in colors that seemed impossible to describe. Every attempt to stabilize it had ended in failure, but each setback only fueled Nakamura's determination. His team, a collection of the brightest minds from across the globe, worked tirelessly to refine the calculations and machinery needed to harness the power of the seventh dimension. Dr. Nakamura called out Dr. Evelyn Carter, the project's chief engineer, as she approached with a tablet in hand. The latest test results are in. We're still seeing fluctuations in the energy field, but it's stabilizing longer than before. Nakamura nodded, studying the data with a keen eye. We're close. We just need to adjust the harmonics of the phase resonator, increase the modulation by 0.5%. Carter tapped rapidly on her tablet, relaying the instructions to the control team. Adjusting the modulation now. Powering up. As the portal hummed with renewed energy, the unstable light began to coalesce into a stable gateway. A cheer rose from the team, but Nakamura's eyes remained focused, knowing this was just the beginning. Prepare the probe, Nakamura ordered. Let's see what's on the other side. The room fell silent as a small unmanned probe was wheeled into position. Its sleek, metallic form was designed to withstand the unknown pressures of interdimensional travel. With a nod from Nakamura, the probe was launched into the portal. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the portal flickered, and the probe disappeared, vanishing into the seventh dimension. The team held their breath, eyes glued to the monitors displaying data from the probe. Seconds felt like hours as they waited for a signal. Suddenly, a burst of information flooded the screens. Data that defied all known laws of physics. "We've got telemetry," shouted Dr. Carter. "It's transmitting back. This is incredible." The room erupted into applause as the data stream continued. They were seeing into a dimension no human had ever witnessed, a realm of infinite possibilities where the very fabric of reality could be manipulated. Nakamura smiled, his mind racing with the implications. "This is just the beginning," he said. "If we can harness this, we can build a vessel capable of traversing these dimensions. The Zorath think they're untouchable, but we're about to change the rules of the game." As the data from the seventh dimension streamed in, Dr. Hiroshi Nakamura's team worked around the clock, poring over the unprecedented information. They had crossed the threshold into a new realm of science, and the implications were staggering. Nakamura knew that this was humanity's chance not just to catch up with the Zorath, but to surpass them. "Dr. Nakamura, take a look at this," Dr. Evelyn Carter called out, pointing at a series of complex equations on her tablet. "The probe's data suggests that the dimensional resonance is even more stable if we adjust the harmonic frequency in these specific intervals. This could allow for sustained travel through the seventh dimension." Nakamura studied the equations, his mind rapidly processing the new variables. "If we can maintain this resonance, we could theoretically move not just probes, but a fully manned vessel through the dimensional rift. This is it. This is the breakthrough we've been waiting for." The team's focus shifted from the probe to constructing a vessel capable of enduring the stresses of interdimensional travel. They named it the Phoenix, a symbol of rebirth and resilience, embodying humanity's determination to rise from the ashes of their initial humiliation at the hands of the Zorath. The Phoenix was unlike any ship ever built. Its hull was composed of an alloy synthesized from elements discovered in the seventh dimension, which allowed it to withstand the intense energies required for dimensional travel. Inside, the ship was equipped with advanced navigation systems designed to map the unpredictable terrain of interdimensional space. As construction neared completion, Captain Lucas Ramirez was brought into the project, his leadership on the Odyssey having marked him as a key figure in humanity's interstellar ambitions. Standing in the cavernous hangar where the Phoenix was being assembled, Ramirez felt a surge of pride and purpose. This ship, Nakamura explained, is not just a vessel. It's a statement, a declaration that humanity will not be mocked or belittled. We will explore, we will learn, and we will surpass those who doubt us. Captain Ramirez nodded, running his hand along the smooth, gleaming surface of the Phoenix. We'll make them eat their words, Doctor. They thought we were just infants stumbling in the dark. Let's show them how wrong they are. The day of the Phoenix's maiden voyage arrived with an electric anticipation that filled every corner of the facility. The crew, handpicked from the best of Earth's scientists, engineers, and explorers, boarded the ship, their faces set with determination. Captain Ramirez took his place on the bridge, feeling the weight of humanity's hopes on his shoulders. "Prepare for dimensional jump," he commanded, his voice steady despite the enormity of the task ahead. "All systems go." "Jump drive ready," reported Dr. Carter from the engineering station. "Dimensional resonance stable." "We're ready, Captain." "Engage." With a shudder and a blinding flash, the Phoenix plunged into the seventh dimension. The ship's hull rippled as it adjusted to the strange forces of the new realm, but the advanced alloys held firm. The view outside the ship's windows was unlike anything they had ever seen, a swirling maelstrom of colors and shapes that defied description, where time and space seemed to twist and blend. "We're stable," Dr. Carter announced, her voice tinged with awe. "We've done it. We're in the seventh dimension." Captain Ramirez looked around at his crew, their faces illuminated by the ethereal glow from outside. "Let's map this place," he said, "and let's find a way to use this to our advantage." As the Phoenix navigated deeper into the seventh dimension, its sensors picked up strange signals, patterns and frequencies that hinted at technologies far beyond even the Zoreth's comprehension. Nakamura's eyes widened as he studied the readings, realizing that they had tapped into something truly extraordinary. "This isn't just a new way to travel," Nakamura said, his voice filled with excitement. "It's a new way to understand the universe. The possibilities are endless." Captain Ramirez nodded, a determined smile spreading across his face. "Then let's get to work. The Zoreth won't know what hit them." The Phoenix's success was kept a closely guarded secret, known only to those within the highest echelons of Earth's leadership. But as data and technology flowed from the seventh dimension, the potential applications became impossible to contain. Humanity was on the brink of a technological renaissance, fueled by the discoveries made in the dimensional rift. Months after the Phoenix's first voyage, Earth's leaders convened in a secure underground facility to witness the unveiling of the advancements derived from the seventh dimension. Dr. Nakamura and his team presented devices that could manipulate matter at a molecular level, energy sources that rendered traditional power obsolete, and defensive technologies that could shield entire cities. The room buzzed with anticipation as Captain Ramirez and Dr. Nakamura stood before the assembled leaders. On a large screen behind them, a live feed showed the Phoenix, now fully operational and ready for its next mission. "Ladies and gentlemen," Nakamura began, "what you see before you is the result of humanity's refusal to be dismissed. The Zoreth laughed at us, but today we stand on the cusp of something greater than they ever imagined. The seventh dimension is not just a new frontier, it is our future." Captain Ramirez stepped forward, his expression resolute. "The Zoreth thought they were untouchable, that we were beneath them. But we have something they don't, the drive to prove ourselves. We've built the Phoenix not just to explore, but to defend, to stand as equals, or even surpass, those who look down on us." As the presentation continued, Earth's leaders could hardly contain their astonishment. The Zoreth's arrogance had been the catalyst for a revolution in human technology, and now humanity was poised to take its place among the stars, not as subordinates, but as equals, or perhaps even as leaders. Captain Ramirez, one of the leaders, spoke up. How soon can we make our presence known to the Zorath? It's time they see that we're not to be trifled with. Ramirez smiled. With your permission, we're ready to launch within the week. The Phoenix is prepared to make contact and show the Zorath exactly what they've underestimated. The decision was unanimous. Humanity would no longer remain in the shadows, mocked and belittled. They would step into the light, backed by the power of seventh-dimensional technology, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As the Phoenix prepared for its next mission, Captain Ramirez stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars. He thought back to that first encounter with the Zorath, to the scornful laughter and condescending remarks. Now, with the power of the seventh dimension at their fingertips, the tables had turned. Set a course for the Zorath's homeworld, Ramirez ordered. Let's pay them a visit. With a hum of power, the Phoenix surged forward, breaking through the dimensional barrier once more. Humanity's journey was far from over, but with every leap into the unknown, they grew stronger, fueled by the determination to prove their worth. The Phoenix's journey to the Zorath's homeworld was fraught with tension. Every member of the crew felt the weight of the mission, a chance to confront those who had mocked humanity and demonstrate their newfound strength. Captain Ramirez stood at the helm, his gaze steady as the Phoenix surged through the dimensional rift. Dimensional travel stabilized. Dr. Carter reported, her voice a mix of confidence and awe. We're on course for Zorath Prime. As the Phoenix exited the seventh dimension and re-entered normal space, the crew caught their first glimpse of Zorath Prime, a sprawling planet with gleaming cities that floated amidst clusters of stars. It was a testament to the Zorath's technological prowess, and yet the Phoenix stood as a symbol that humanity was no longer outmatched. Open a channel, Captain Ramirez ordered, his voice firm. It's time we had a word with our friends. On the main screen, the image of a Zorathian leader appeared, tall, with an ethereal crystalline form that shimmered like liquid glass. The Zorathian's expression was one of mild amusement, as though Ramirez and his crew were merely a fleeting curiosity. So the humans have returned, the Zorathian leader said, his voice dripping with condescension. Have you come to beg for our scraps once more? Ramirez met the alien's gaze with a calm intensity. We've come to show you that we are not the primitives you dismissed. Our ship, the Phoenix, is equipped with technology that surpasses even your understanding. We've mastered the seventh dimension, something you couldn't imagine. The Zorathian leader's expression faltered for a brief moment before returning to its mocking demeanor. Bold words for such a young species, but words are wind. Show us, if you can. Without hesitation, Captain Ramirez nodded to Dr. Carter. Activate the dimensional pulse. A deep hum reverberated through the Phoenix as it unleashed a pulse of energy tuned to the resonant frequencies of the seventh dimension. The space around the ship warped and shifted, displaying a dazzling array of colors and forms that defied the Zorathian understanding. The Zorathian leader's composure broke. His crystalline form flickered as he struggled to comprehend the technology displayed before him. Impossible, he muttered. This level of control. This is just the beginning, Ramirez said, his voice unwavering. We've learned more in the past few months than you have in millennia. You laughed at us, but now it's your turn to listen. As the Phoenix demonstrated its capabilities, phasing through matter, manipulating energy fields, and projecting dimensional echoes that sent ripples through space, the Zorathians watched in stunned silence. Their arrogance had blinded them, and now, faced with humanity's ascendance, they could no longer deny the truth. You may have dismissed us as primitives, Ramirez continued, but we've surpassed your expectations. We seek cooperation, not conflict. But make no mistake, we will not be belittled again. The Zorathian leader, visibly shaken, bowed his head slightly in acknowledgement. Perhaps we have misjudged you, humans. Your advancements are impressive. Ramirez nodded, the tension easing slightly. Let's move forward as equals. We have much to learn from each other, but respect must be mutual. The transmission ended, and the bridge of the Phoenix erupted in cheers. For the first time, humanity had stood up to the Zorath, not as beggars, but as equals, demanding the respect they deserved. The crew celebrated, knowing that this moment marked the beginning of a new era. "We've done it," Dr. Carter said, her voice filled with pride. "We've shown them that humanity can't be underestimated." Captain Ramirez nodded, a sense of fulfillment washing over him. "This is just the start. We have a whole universe to explore, and nothing will stand in our way." Following the Phoenix's bold display, the Zorath Council convened to discuss the unexpected turn of events. The once mighty collective, which had viewed humanity as little more than a passing curiosity, now faced the reality of their own complacency. The Phoenix's capabilities were undeniable proof that humanity had leaped beyond the constraints of conventional science. In a grand hall adorned with crystalline structures and floating holographic displays, the Zorath Council met with Earth's representatives. Dr. Nakamura, Captain Ramirez, and several key leaders from Earth stood before the Zorathians, their expressions a blend of determination and cautious optimism. "Let us be clear," one of the Zorath Council members began, his voice resonating with authority. "Your achievements are impressive, but the road ahead is fraught with challenges. We propose a collaboration, an exchange of knowledge and resources. Together, we can advance even further." Dr. Nakamura stepped forward, his tone respectful yet firm. "We welcome the opportunity to collaborate. However, we will not accept a partnership where we are treated as lesser beings. Humanity has proven its worth, and we expect to be treated as equals." The council members exchanged glances, their expressions inscrutable. After a moment, the Zorathian leader who had initially spoken with Ramirez nodded. "Very well. Equality shall be the foundation of this alliance. We have much to offer each other, and the potential for growth is limitless." With the formalities concluded, Earth and Zorath began a new chapter, one of cooperation, shared exploration, and mutual respect. The Phoenix became a symbol of this partnership, embarking on missions that blended the strengths of both species. Together, they ventured into the unknown, unraveling the mysteries of the universe one discovery at a time. Back on Earth, the technological renaissance continued at a breathtaking pace. The lessons learned from the seventh dimension spurred innovations in energy, medicine, and defense. Cities gleamed with new technologies, and humanity's reach extended far beyond the solar system. The once impossible dreams of interstellar colonies and sustainable space habitats were now within reach. In the months that followed, the Phoenix and its crew embarked on joint expeditions with Zorathian ships, exploring regions of space that had long been shrouded in mystery. They encountered ancient civilizations, remnants of forgotten wars, and phenomena that defied even the most advanced theories of science. Captain Ramirez and Dr. Nakamura became symbols of this new era, a testament to what could be achieved when humanity refused to be defined by the limitations others imposed on them. Their names became synonymous with courage and innovation, inspiring a new generation of explorers and scientists eager to push the boundaries of what was possible. As humanity and the Zorath forged deeper bonds, they discovered a shared purpose: to protect the delicate balance of the universe and to seek knowledge not for power, but for the betterment of all beings. They established research outposts on distant planets, developed technologies to stabilize volatile regions of space, and even embarked on missions to restore worlds devastated by cosmic forces. But amid this progress, both species knew that challenges would continue to arise. New threats loomed on the horizon: alien entities with motives unknown, cosmic anomalies that defied understanding, and the ever-present drive to push further into the unknown. Yet the alliance between Earth and Zorath remained steadfast, united by the belief that together they could face whatever came their way. As Captain Ramirez stood on the bridge of the Phoenix, gazing out at the vast expanse of stars, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. Humanity had come a long way from the days when they were laughed at and belittled. They had risen to the challenge, and in doing so, had charted a course toward a future filled with endless possibilities. "We've only just begun," Ramirez said quietly, more to himself than to anyone else, and I can't wait to see where we go next. The journey was far from over, but with each step, humanity proved that they were not just players in the cosmic game. They were trailblazers, explorers, and visionaries, ready to carve their own path among the stars. With the alliance between Earth and Zorath solidified, humanity stood on the precipice of a new era, one defined by cooperation, shared exploration, and a unified vision for the future. However, the universe was vast and unpredictable, and even as they celebrated their achievements, a new challenge loomed on the horizon. Reports began to trickle in from the outer colonies and research stations about a mysterious energy disturbance at the edge of known space. Ships had gone missing, and communication arrays detected strange, fluctuating signals that defied all known patterns. The Zorath, with all their advanced technology, were equally baffled. Captain Ramirez, now a key figure in the joint Earth-Zorath alliance, was summoned to the Phoenix for a new mission. This time, the stakes were higher than ever. Dr. Nakamura, Dr. Carter, and the rest of the crew were assembled in the briefing room, a palpable tension in the air. We've detected a massive anomaly near the Magellanic Rift, Dr. Nakamura explained, pointing to a holographic map of the galaxy. It's emitting energy on a scale we've never seen before. Both Zorath and Earth ships have disappeared without a trace in that region. We need to find out what's going on, and stop it if it poses a threat. Ramirez nodded, his expression resolute. We've faced the unknown before, and we've always come out stronger. Let's find out what we're dealing with. The Phoenix, equipped with the latest in seventh-dimensional technology, set course for the Magellanic Rift. As they approached the disturbance, the ship's sensors registered wild fluctuations in space-time, as if reality itself was unraveling. The crew braced for the unexpected, their training and camaraderie giving them confidence even in the face of the unknown. As the Phoenix entered the heart of the anomaly, the view screen was filled with a swirling maelstrom of energy, colors and shapes that defied comprehension, as if the very fabric of space was in turmoil. Dr. Carter analyzed the readings, her brow furrowing in concentration. It's like nothing we've ever encountered, she said, her voice tinged with awe and concern. The energy signatures don't match anything in our databases. It's as if we're looking at a rift between dimensions, a tear in the universe. The crew worked tirelessly, scanning the anomaly and running simulations to understand its nature. The Zorathian advisors aboard the Phoenix shared their insights, but even their vast knowledge couldn't fully explain what they were seeing. It was a cosmic puzzle, one that threatened to destabilize the entire region of space if left unchecked. We need to stabilize the rift, Dr. Nakamura concluded. If we don't, it could expand and consume everything in its path, including inhabited systems. Captain Ramirez nodded. Options. Dr. Carter quickly outlined a plan. We could use a controlled dimensional pulse to counteract the energy fluctuations, essentially stitching the tear back together. But it's risky. If the pulse isn't calibrated perfectly, it could make things worse. Ramirez considered the risks, but knew they had no choice. Prepare the pulse, he ordered. We're not letting this anomaly tear apart everything we've worked for. The Phoenix maneuvered closer to the heart of the anomaly, its systems humming with energy as the dimensional pulse was prepared. Dr. Carter and Dr. Nakamura worked side by side, fine-tuning the parameters with painstaking precision. Every second counted, and the crew's focus was absolute. Dimensional pulse ready, Dr. Carter announced, her voice steady despite the high stakes. Fire, Ramirez commanded. The Phoenix unleashed the pulse, a beam of focused energy that lanced into the heart of the anomaly. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. The rift quivered, its chaotic energies clashing with the stabilizing force of the pulse. The crew watched in tense silence as the rift began to contract, the violent fluctuations subsiding. It's working, Dr. Nakamura said, relief evident in his tone. We're stabilizing the anomaly. As the rift slowly closed, The Phoenix and its crew held their breath, knowing that success meant the difference between stability and destruction. Finally, with a final burst of light, the rift sealed itself, leaving behind only a faint shimmer in space where the tear had once been. The crew erupted in cheers, the tension giving way to triumph. They had faced the unknown and emerged victorious once again. Captain Ramirez allowed himself a rare smile, proud of his team and their unwavering resolve. With the anomaly neutralized, the Phoenix returned to Earth to a hero's welcome. The alliance with the Zoreth was stronger than ever, and together they had faced a threat that could have torn the galaxy apart. Humanity's place among the stars was no longer in question. They were pioneers, explorers, and guardians of the cosmos. Captain Ramirez addressed the joint Earth-Zoreth Council, his words echoing the spirit of unity and resilience that had carried them through countless challenges. "We've shown that when we stand together, there's nothing we can't overcome. The universe is vast, and there will always be new frontiers to explore. But as long as we face them as one, there's no limit to what we can achieve." Dr. Nakamura and Dr. Carter, standing beside Ramirez, nodded in agreement. They had been part of something extraordinary, proof that humanity's greatest strength lay not just in their technology, but in their determination to reach beyond the stars, no matter the obstacles. As the Phoenix prepared for its next mission, Captain Ramirez looked out at the endless expanse of space, filled with anticipation and hope. They had come so far, and the journey was just beginning. With every challenge, humanity had risen, and with every victory, they had proven that they were more than just players in the cosmic dance. They were leaders, visionaries, and explorers of the final frontier. The stars awaited, and with the Phoenix leading the way, there was no limit to how far humanity could go.